Hello, this is Emily, and it's that time of month again to film my monthly Deck of TBR video. Now, in the month of July, I had some pretty hefty books on it. However, my reading journey kind of took a detour of what was planned. So I'll be showing you what actually I read in my reading wrap up versus what I probably should have read but did not read. But anyways, let's hop right on in and figure out what books I'm going to try to read in the month of August. Okay, let's go with our first shuffle and see what the cards have in store. And we're going to have greater than 500 pages. Apparently I can't read today, but thanks game for starting me off with this. For greater than 500 pages, I will be rolling over The Burning White by Brent Weeks. I'm only about 166 pages in of this, and this is one of the books I was required to read in July. And kind of got in a reading slump, so I've been binge watching Stranger Things instead of reading. So I'm going to try to read this next month, hopefully. Fingers crossed that it happens. Okay, let's go on into our second shuffle. Highly anticipated. So a book that I'm highly anticipating. For highly anticipated, I selected Julia and the Shark by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. This is a children's book, or I guess middle grade, kind of like teetering on the edge of that age group. And basically this is following a girl, Julia, and the summer she spent living at a lighthouse. And I really loved like the illustrations throughout and the color scheme of like the yellows and blacks and stuff. And I heard like a lot of great reviews of this book on BookTube, so I wanted to pick it up. And I'm sure my heart might be broken in bits and pieces, but I hope it does have a happy ending. Our third pick. Translated, so a book that's translated from another language. So for translated, I selected Cells at Work Volume 4, and I just want to continue on with this series. So I'm really enjoying it. It's really cutesy and brings me back to my biology days. Let's move on into our fourth shuffle. Whoop. I am struggling. Series, so a book that's part of a series to continue that I need to finish up on. For series, I might be setting myself up for failure, adding another chunker on that, but I want to continue on with the Books of Babel series with the third installment, the Hog King, and just kind of see how the story continues to play out. And this is probably one of the top series I've been loving and reading so far, so I hope the third book continues on with how well written the first two in the series were, and I just kind of want to learn more secrets of the tower. Go into our fifth and final shuffle. And I'm struggling. I have to add another book, so I guess we are going to be doing 2 more picks to make it 6 books from a deck of cards. Okay, let's go into our fifth shuffle. Well, I guess technically 6, but you know what I mean. Oh, and I am dropping cards, but oh well, I will get those later. And we're going to have an animal on the cover. All right, so for animal on the cover, I ended up picking up the Mare of Her Dreams. And there's like some horses on the cover, so that counts. And this is one of the 12 books I need to read before the end of the year, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in this month. I mean, it's pretty chunky. I think it's over 500 pages. And it was written back in the 80s, so some of the ideas are a little dated, but it's something I've been wanting to read as a good hardcore fantasy classic. So I hope I do enjoy this, and I'm going to try to tackle this in the month of August. Okay, let's go on into what is hopefully our final shuffle. We're going to have Graphic novel or manga? Graphic novel or manga, I want to continue on with Blue Period and pick up the 7th installment. This is a really great story following this guy who wants to get into a art university, and we have now concluded the exam arc, and we're going to kind of follow through with what happens next after the exam results have come out. So I'm looking forward to that and want to see how the story is going to continue. Now that my cards have picked out 6 books for me this month instead of the normal 5, it's time to pick from this deck here and see what else I will be adding to my TBR that I will or probably won't complete. So book wise, I'm kind of feeling this one right here. It looks like it might be trustworthy. So let's open this one up and see what my library has in store for me. So, oh, this is what I've been wanting to read for a while. And that's The Miracles of the Namiya General Store. And I believe this is following a group of kids who end up breaking into the general store at night and just kind of like sharing their life stories throughout. I think that's what it is. It's been a while since I read the synopsis and I'm kind of pulling from the top of my head, but it looks like it's going to be a really good read and probably full of a lot of emotions, but I will be adding this to my TBR. Well, it looks like I have a pretty hefty reading month in August, so I hope I'm able to complete all these books because my July wasn't as successful with following through with my committed TBR. I did get some different books done though, so that's a plus. But I hope I can at least get these books down and read so I can mark them off my TBR. And I guess that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Also, share below what you plan on reading in the month of August, and if you were able to stick to your July TBR, because I certainly wasn't.